Shadows carve the streets where ghosts remain. Ruins buried deep, erased from every frame. Stone pillars swallowed by sand and time. Cities lost in cold, white clean at their prime. Laser grids unseen, hidden under ice. Secrets in the circuits, paid a hidden price. They wiped the timelines, erased our memory. Advanced designs buried in forbidden history. Monoliths of power leapt off the maps. Underground sparks ignite when I lift the raps. Where the truth decays, decode the signs they bury in the haze. Underneath the veil we claim our legacy. Wake up from the dream, break the matrix energy. Sip the brew to break the mind's camouflage. Ayahuasca visions flip the program at large. I see ancient temples on another plane. Pyramids aligned with lasers in my brain. Minds reconnect, dimensions intertwine. Plant codes unlock the doors inside the divine. Reality bends when the rhythm guides the soul. With fragments of the past seeking to be whole. Where the truth decays, decode the signs they bury in the haze. Underneath the veil we claim our legacy. Wake up from the dream, break the matrix energy. Mind expanding visions calling through the dark. Neon glyphs and laser marks. Lost civilizations singing in the stars. Plant medicine healing all our scars. Peel back the layers, see what's underneath. Question everything. Oi, Nomas.
Oi Nomás Podcast Live, where we will react to videos, talk about current trending events, and possibly one or two conspiracies. So let's sit back, relax, and let's chat.
Oi Nomás!
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Nomás Podcast Live. Julie Cakes, good to see you, bro. Man, I'm so happy you found the live because... woo, it's always so freaking stressful going live in right now. I was all over the place. Why do I keep seeing that this video is not public? Is it public or it's not public? Let me double check. Just so you guys can know a little bit of background. I was rushing to do this live. It was my mom's birthday this week, and I told her I would do something for her. So I just cooked out some burgers, some hot dogs, and I did this like last minute right now. I was playing with my daughter, so she didn't want to leave my side. She didn't want to stay with my fiance. Long story short, I'm here putting everything together right now. But at the end of the day, hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream. At the end of the day is just for us to have a conversation. The only thing is that I want to make sure that it is public. So just 1 second. I want to make sure that it is public for everyone. Okay, Sev, I do see you. I do see Julie Cakes. All right, can you guys confirm it is public? I see Julie Cakes here. I see Sev here. Cool. By the looks of it, it looks like it is public. Let me just confirm. Just 1 second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it is public. Oh man. Yeah, and then also something else I was trying out. I've been working with the layouts, so with the different layouts on my stream deck, on my live setup, and eventually I'll go in it a little bit more in depth. But a lot to cover in this episode. Right before I made this live stream, I realized Lupita Ontiveros' friend spoke out about this whole case, and then not only that, but Lupita's body was found. If you guys are not familiar with Lupita Ontiveros' case, is of a young girl that went missing, and her friends were pretty much at the scene, but nobody was really speaking out on exactly what happened. They took approximately about 15 hours to contact the police or the family. So there was a lot of conspiracies going back and forth on what exactly happened in that case. But today, just about like an hour, 2 hours ago, I saw the video that finally they found a body in the canal. So I want to go ahead and cover that. Also, as you guys saw in the title of today's live stream, is that obviously the Epstein files. I want to cover that, the Lupita Ontiveros' friend, that they found her body, and then I also want to cover, man, I even forgot what else I freaking put in the thumbnail. Sorry, I was running. Oh yeah, and the Bad Bunny concert. So I want to go ahead and cover all of that. I'm not sure if you guys watched the Super Bowl, but I watched it mainly. I think that's the only football game I watched throughout the year. Aside from that, I mostly just watch it just so I can see what the whole hype is tomorrow when I go back to work. But yeah, long story short, yes, it's public. Cool. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. As always, like I always like to say, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I do live streams every Sunday, either 8 or 8:30, and Wednesdays I should be doing a podcast. But honestly, to be quite frank with you guys, I think I'm going to stray away from doing podcasts and doing more live streams now, just because it's been a struggle getting guests, unless there's a specific topic that I want to talk about that I have a guest for. Other than that, I'm not going to be going out of my way to be getting a guest for a podcast. Aside from that, as always, I always encourage you guys to leave a message to the podcast hotline. This is the number where, in case you guys want to drop a message, a voice message, a video message, I can go ahead and play it here live. I literally have all the messages open here for whoever wants to call in. So if you guys want to drop a message right now, I could even play it on stream. So I just wanted to have this overlay to encourage more and more people to go ahead and do so. But yeah, other than that, man, sorry, I'm all over the place, literally. And then my mom, I was celebrating my mom, right? I guess she forgot her phone, so her friend was trying to call me right now that if I could drop off the phone tomorrow morning. I'm like, I'm trying to get links opened for today's live stream. My baby was crying for me. It's just, shout out to all the parents, shout out to everybody just working hard on a day-to-day basis. And at the end of the day, we're all blessed if we're here, chatting between each other, and if we're breathing, if we're alive, if we have good health. Other than that, thank you for taking the time to come and join in, and hopefully you guys enjoy today's stream. All right, so to begin today's live stream, if you guys do leave another comment down below, or if you guys have any other topics, as always, drop them in the comments or send me a message and I'll go ahead and cover that. But to begin today's live stream, as mentioned, Lupita Ontiveros' friend finally spoke out. Apparently she was getting a lot of different threats. This case went viral. So everybody was asking questions why she wasn't out there searching for Lupita if they were so-called friends. And then apparently all the pressure from social media finally got to her. So she decided to do a live stream. And I haven't watched the whole live stream yet, but I wanted to go ahead and react to it here and stream with you guys to see exactly what she said and see how everything played out. And then we'll watch the stream where Lupita's body was actually found. So I'll begin with Lupita Ontiveros' friend, where she is speaking out, and she's saying that she's getting a lot of threats and pressure from the media, not from the actual news media, but social media in general. So we'll go ahead and start with that.
This is the police call at 11:54. I want to say the police took about like
yes, rest in peace,
20
Lupita
20
Ontiveros.
minutes to get there because it was the Merced police, and it was pretty far from there. But nobody fled the scene. I never left the scene when it happened. I never left. I stayed there until they told me to leave. We called the police right away, and we never left. And I just want to clarify all those rumors because it's affecting us really bad. I can't go to work or nothing because of all the death threats. And I feel like if you guys were put in my situation, in my shoes, you guys would know exactly how it feels to be accused by false things that weren't truth. And I hope that the truth comes out.
Okay, first of all, the only thing I see is obviously she got super ready for this stream. My first takeaway is she's all done up. She's ready to like give her best presentation. But however, I don't see any tears or any emotion aside from all the pressure and all the different people just telling her to like, hey, what's going on? What happened in that case? So first thing I see, no emotion in this clip.
Soon, and the police report gets posted soon when the case is closed, and I know they're gonna find my friend. This is the police call at 11:50.
All right, so that's the first thing I did see. Let's go ahead and check out the comments and see what they're actually stating in there and see what they say. So it's been confirmed. Oh, okay, so that people are already talking about what actually happened, being that they found the body. So it's been confirmed that Alejo found her, and V went on live confirming her parents confirmed it. It's her. Unfortunately, she is deceased. So there was still hope that Lupita Ontiveros' body was, well, there was still hope that she was still alive, but unfortunately they found the body. So people are actually comparing her to Vivian, the case of Valeria Marquez. So that's all I hear. I'm not sure what they're talking about there. You can't go to work because of the death threats. Imagine Lupita being unable to see her daughter ever again. Yeah, that's another thing too, that Lupita Ontiveros had a very small daughter, as you can see in the screen right there. So very, very unfortunate. And it just, I think everybody had that hope that maybe with a freaking miracle, they were hoping they found Lupita Ontiveros alive, but unfortunately it's confirmed that she's no longer with us. So let's go ahead and check out part number 2.
I just want you guys to stop looking on land and look in the water because that's where she's gonna be at. And I feel
okay, so that's a part that a lot of people were sketched out over, right? She's saying stop looking in the land, she's in the water. So a lot of people started speculating, wait a minute, is this something that she's maybe trying to hide something to kind of derail the people investigating this case to not be looking in the land? Keep in mind, I think this case has been going on for about a week. So people were speculating that maybe since she's actually saying to stop looking in land, maybe she was in land.
So sad, and it's heartbreaking because that was my closest friend, one of my closest friends that I was always with. We were always together, and I feel so sad for the family as well. But there's not much that we can do, and it hurts really bad. It hurts so bad when I can't like, I'm trying to process everything that happened with my friend, but at the same time I'm getting attacked by thousands of people of something that I never did. Like, this all really changed my life. I can't even grieve my friend.
So once again, I think more than anything here is that she's mostly caring about her not being able to go to work, of her getting so much pressure from social media and everybody leaving comments, messages probably, and I mean, she was never out there looking for her friend. So kind of sketchy.
Because of all the false accusations, the death threats, the messages. I didn't come on here to tell my story before because I was ignoring everybody, because I contacted the police myself and I talked to them and they told me to just ignore everything because they're all false rumors, and they have the report of everything. They said it to the family themselves that it was an accident, and I just let it be and I tried ignoring it. But I feel like I just got to the point where I felt the need to speak up for myself. I just want you guys to stop looking on land.
Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the comments for this one. Once again, she's saying that she called the cops, but a lot of people were saying that it was 15 hours later, so why wait so long? So let's check out the comments for this one. Okay, once again, people are leaving comments. Just saw live, they found Lupita. Maybe may she rest in peace. She has a dark energy. I don't know how to explain it. Yes, exactly what I said. Makeup done, no tears, suspect, check mark. Baby, you don't sound or look sad. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why my intuition is saying suspect. Why would she even go live? I think it was because of the pressure, right? But more than anything, it's like I think this comment here in specific, it pretty much said everything that I was feeling, right? She wanted to make sure that she looked good for the camera, no tears, no emotions, and it's almost like looking as somewhat suspicious and very, very identical to the whole Valeria Marquez case. So a couple more comments here. If my friend died, especially my close friend, I would be sick. Yeah, you would be out there searching for your friend. That's the part that I don't understand. I don't get it. So that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people were very doubtful that it was foul play, right? So who knows exactly what the case is going to finally end as, right? Because right now, since they just found the body, they still need to do an autopsy on Lupita Ontiveros' body. So who knows what that's going to tell. So let's go ahead and go to the last part.
I was never there to see or try to help her. I feel like anybody in that situation, if you see your friend drowning, you're going to go and try to do something and help your friend. So, also I want to clarify that because I never seen my friend to be able to help her get out. If I would have seen my friend, I would have tried helping her. But I never in any moment seen my friend or heard anything that would have been like, oh, that's Lupita, let me try to help her. I never seen her to try to help her. So I also want to clear that out because I'm tired of people saying that I seen my friend drown and I let her die, I let her drown, because no. I feel like me, myself, the people that really know me, they know that I don't have that type of heart and I'm not that type of person. That's not the person that I am, and I'm not that person. Killed her, that I let her die, or that we set her up. We never set her up.
Yeah, that was one of the things that everybody was speculating, that it was her friends that set her up.
Always together. Do you have the picture of when we went the ruta the other time?
So right here, she's gonna show that I guess they've gone to this place other times or similar outings, and nothing has happened ever since. So right, so she's kind of showing like, hey, we've gone out other times and nothing like this happened.
Multiple times. November 1st, 2025, we went on another ruta. Can you show me the picture? You probably didn't screenshot it, but the one that everybody's posting. That one, because everybody thinks that this was that same day. It was not that same. The police was called right away. The police was never called 15 hours later.
Yeah, so apparently the cops said that was all like a hoax, that they did call right away.
We talked to the parents. Another rumor that them themselves are saying that we never talked to them. We never answered their questions. I was never there.
Yeah, freaking wild, man. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of questions with this one. You know what? Let me go back to that specific video to see what the comment section were saying before I jump into some conclusions, and then we'll go see the video where they found her. Let me go back to that one.
I was never there to see or try to
All right,
help
so
her.
let's go ahead and
I
check
feel
out the comments for this one real quick. All right, so the comments, there's not one single tear. Exactly, same thing. I think people are pretty much saying the exact same thing. This reminds me of a latest case. Everything was a setup. People should not put in inputs. Blame anyone. Accident happened. Stop talking about her or Janelle. That's another thing too. If she is indeed innocent, like that can ruin her whole life. And maybe she is truly innocent, right? So we exactly don't know if that's a true case. So just, I guess, depending on the autopsy, we'll find out on additional details. But yeah, that's true. If she is innocent, yeah, that sucks, right? But just by her body language, you can see there's no emotion in her. And she's just trying to make sure that her life goes back to normal when Lupita Ontiveros' life was taken, and now her baby has no mother, which is so freaking heartbreaking. Let me go a couple more comments. Crazy because she said, I never left the scene. I never left in part 1, and now part 4, she never seen her, and she was never there. Yeah, it almost does sound like she's contradicting herself, right? Why did she have to get all ready just to explain her side? If my friend was missing, I'm going to look a damn mess. That's true. Once again, same thing that we were saying a couple of minutes ago. But she was with you, still you left her. So yeah, they're saying that they left the site. But yeah, that's a lot more questions to hopefully they get answered, right? But as of right now, this is the latest of her friends speaking out on this case. And then I'm sure the autopsy will hopefully provide additional input and provide more clarity on this case. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, I saw literally about an hour ago that her body was found, and they were still kind of debating whether or not it was indeed her, but there was confirmation that it was Lupita. And then this first video that I'm going to showcase is when this TikTok streamer ended up finding Lupita's body. It's like a long video. I think it's like six minutes long. But she's saying, or this person is saying that when he was out there looking for Lupita, he felt like somebody was calling his name. So whether if it was Lupita's spirit choosing him or not, he felt like somebody was calling out for his name. So let's go ahead and check this one out.
No, yo sentí el mal presentimiento. Yo sentí que alguien dijo Alejo, y no hay nadie.
So this person that found Lupita's body is apparently Alejo. Alejo, you can see it right there at the very top. So he's saying, I'm not sure if you guys heard it right, but he's saying, I heard somebody say Alejo.
Literalmente estoy solo.
And he's by himself, he's saying.
Solo, gente. No, guys, do you think I'm periquero? What the fuck you mean?
People are saying that if he's been like tweaking or something. So he's live streaming there, so his connection was a little bit low.
Nunca hago eso.
Let me go ahead and forward it.
Te habla Juanito, ¿dónde está? I tried to find el comentario de él, pero dile que vuelva a comentar. Chicos, I hear something about que dijo like.
So I don't know if you guys can tell. I know there's music behind this TikTok, but he sounds very agitated. He sounds scared because once again, he said, I heard somebody call my name, Alejo. And let me go ahead and forward it a couple minutes when he starts talking to other people, letting them know that he heard his name.
¿Dónde te metiste? Hasta allá. ¿Pero por dónde? Por este ahí. ¿Por dónde? Allí.
Let me go ahead and forward it a little bit. They're just going back to where he saw the body, apparently.
Para ir hasta allá.
So they're going back to where he saw the body apparently.
¿Dónde? No hay nada, chicos, está lleno, ¿no? Vayan dos. Miren. Es bien fácil. Like, bien, no lo digo en mala onda, ¿verdad? Porque
Yeah, so this is the person that found the body, and everybody's saying that he chose her. So who called his name? I see your comment here. So he's saying that he heard his name, and he's saying, obviously, he's kind of speculating or saying that it was Lupita, like, that called his name. Obviously, maybe like the spirit or not. That's what he's trying to tell people.
I know que pues, estamos preocupados por Lupita, pero es bien fácil. No hay nada rosado en las pelotitas, ¿verdad? Pero es bien fácil estar diciéndole bien muchas cosas.
In this video, I don't think it's going to show exactly the body. Well, not that we're going to show the exact body, because I don't think anybody recorded the actual body. But let me go ahead and show the comment sections, and then we'll jump into the next video where they see a body floating. So the comment section here is saying, ella lo fueron a aventar, ella la fueron a aventarte. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is another thing too. I'm glad I saw this comment, right? So now another theory too is that, keep in mind, they've been looking for Lupita in this location for, I think, a week or just over a week, something of around those time frames, right? And the thing is that there was even divers going in there, and nobody was able to find her. But now, after the person or Lupita's friend decided to speak out, and she's saying, stop looking in the land, then one way or another, they end up finding Lupita around the same location where they've been looking for her already. So it's kind of weird that now finally out of nowhere they find the body. So this first comment here is pretty much saying, so all of a sudden there, it almost seems like somebody threw Lupita's body back to the canal. Que la mamá exija la autopsia, ahí le dirán. Que la mamá exija la autopsia, ahí dice cuándo murió. Okay, so that's key right there. So they're saying, like, okay, for sure do the autopsy, because it's going to showcase whether or not it was an accident and it happened days ago, or if maybe something else happened to Lupita and then they just recently threw the body into the canal. So that's a very good point. Let me see what the reply here is saying. Pues claro que eso harán las autoridades, pero ya habían calculado que something 10 días iba a salir a flote el cuerpo, los gases. Okay, so they're saying that now, maybe this is true. I'm not too familiar with how that works, but they're saying that after apparently 10 days, the gases of the body kind of let go. So that's when the body start floating, apparently. So who knows, right? So let me see this comment. Do you know about the canal in Escondido that goes all the way into F and Forest? No, I didn't know that. But yeah, so yeah, more comments. During the Kerrville, Texas flood, there was a young man that heard a girl calling his name, and he followed it and found one of the girls that drowned. They had a diver go and look, and they found nothing. I feel like they just recently went and dropped her off. Hope they push for an autopsy so they can verify how long she was there. So everybody's kind of saying the same thing. Is he saying he can hear her? Yeah, that's exactly what he was saying, that he almost felt like Lupita was calling his name. So yeah, pretty much everything that people are saying the same thing in the comment section. Now let's actually go see where Lupita, or this is when they first saw a body floating in around that area.
It is a cuerpo right there.
So apparently it happened today at 11:30 a.m.
Y se le miran los pies, ahí se le mira. Guys, se le miran los pies. What the look.
Right there. Man, you can kind of see right here. the head and the body floating.
Se mira que es cuerpo, miren. Guys, se mira que es un cuerpo. Oigan, no man. Guys. It is a cuerpo right there.
Yeah, so this person, Alejo, I believe his name, he's the one that found her. As you can see, all of this was streamed on TikTok, I believe, and so many people saw this live. Let's go to the comment section for this one. So this happened this morning, 11:30 a.m. So I think people are thanking him. Thank you, Alejo, for bringing her to her family. Let me see. Sorry. So thank you, Alejo, for bringing her to Familia. Bless her soul. I know it was probably so hard to see, but you brought so much peace to so many for finding her. Foul play issues. Wearing her seat belts, she wouldn't be floating in the water. Those UTV seat belts are NASCAR style, which secure the body to the seat, not like our vehicle seat belts. Yeah, but you don't know at that time if they were actually drunk and not wearing the seat belt. So a lot more questions that need to be answered. And make sure rest in peace, of course. Rest in peace to Lupita Ontiveros. Water is getting warm. That is why she floated up as gas in her body was leaving. Glad people were there. So yeah, so they're saying that this is something common that I guess after a couple of days, the bodies stopped leaving the body, and that's why she's floating now. But people are going to be waiting for that autopsy. People for sure are going to be waiting for that autopsy because there's still a lot of questions that haven't been answered. So yeah, so let me see what Mr. Sev is saying. I go running through Esco Canal at night often, and a guy once popped out of the bushes. What the heck? Yeah, and what happened then? But yeah, so who knows? Now I think the biggest thing that everyone's going to be waiting for is going to be the autopsy. People are going to be demanding answers. At least it's going to bring a lot of peace to the mom, because as we saw on the previous live, she was devastated. Her heart was broken, and yeah, at least they can give her a proper burial and funeral, you know. So very, very unfortunate. Luckily, this case as of right now, body has been found, and next thing I'll make sure to provide an update when the autopsy gets released to everyone. But yeah, there was a video. I'm not too sure exactly if this video here in specific it's true. I literally, once again, I just saw this very last minute before I did the live stream. So let's go ahead and check this one out. This one is saying Lupita's leggings were found with a carpet that appears to have blood. So who knows? There's so many conspiracies out there, right? But let's go ahead and check this one out.
Oh my goodness, they think that they found Lupita's leggings that they took off that day. And not to mention, but it also looks like a shirt at the very top.
Leggings. No, sí, es que ya en el agua ya se vio pues que no.
A rug?
Que no hay nada.
A carpet?
Oiga, y de veras, qué raro que tiraron, dicen este tapete, y que tenía gotitas de sangre.
Yeah, so okay, I'll go ahead and finish this one, but for sure I want to go in the comment section and see when. Okay, so this was posted 2 days ago. This is crazy. So I don't know. We'll go ahead and finish watching this one, and then we'll go into the comments. But apparently this was posted 2 days ago with her clothing wrapped around a carpet, I guess.
So he's saying that there's drops of blood on it. There's blood. What they're saying is, why would they ever get rid of something that doesn't even look like it's trashed? And not only that, but it also had drops of blood on it. So whoever's standing on the other side where you guys can see the flashes kind of appearing across when he's recording the whole time, you can kind of tell that it's not even distant. For one, the people that are standing over there with the flashlights are holding onto the leggings and maybe a shirt that I'm seeing, along with the fact...
Okay, this is very interesting. If indeed this is factual, that this was found in around the same location 2 days ago, and now out of nowhere the body is floating. Very interesting.
That this guy that's recording just found a big old carpet that isn't even trash, that shouldn't even be out there. They're doing way more than the cops.
Hey, miren, en este tapete se la pudieron haber traído a la muchacha. Y no es broma, esto es una cosa seria. Por aquí.
Oh, what the heck? So they are saying that they found the leggings right there, and it looks like it's very close to the canal.
Look at the way that they're all dressed. Lupita did indeed have leggings that night.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, this is all allegedly, but let's go ahead and check out the comments. This was posted 2 days ago. So let me see. Janelle, the red-haired girl who fled to Mexico, her real name is America Janelle Cárdenas Fierro. She also works at the Lodia Panda Express. Bro, being a loner and having no friends kept me safe. Okay, so she's saying like she'll rather be a loner and have no friends if friends are going to end up doing something like that. Sad part is that people work harder than cops. Family needs a private investigator. I think she was unalived prior to the water incident. They dumped her in. So that's another theory too, right? A lot of people are saying that she was probably unalived first, and then they finally dropped her into the water. And if this was posted just recently, maybe that was the case. They dumped the dune buggy in the water to make it look like she was swept away by the water, but also they need to stop touching everything. That's true, because all of this should be part of the investigation. Foul play, unfortunately. Her so-called friends unalived that girl. There's a psychic. Okay. Oh, man, you know what? I wanted to get into that. So there is a psychic on TikTok that said that she was not going to be found in water, that she was going to be found in a dry place. So I did hear that. I did hear that the psychic mentioned that Lupita Ontiveros' body was in actual land, but now maybe the friend speaking out a day ago, and now all of a sudden the body's floating. So maybe, and then also the friend, I don't know if you guys recall, but she said stop looking at land, focus on the water. So who knows if all of this was a distraction, and now they finally decided to throw her into the canal to for Lupita to be found, right? So who knows? This is all so many questions to be answered, and we're gonna find out the truth within a couple of days. So Mr. Jesse, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Whenever you have a chance, bro, let's link up. Fool hunters for real. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, but yeah, more questions than answers as of right now. Good thing that Lupita's body was found. Now, the only thing that we're going to be waiting for is for the actual autopsy to see what ends up being told. But you know, the crazy part is that I've hardly seen any posts from officers or anything like that. It's all been through TikTok. It's always TikTok and people on out on foot, actually doing the research, putting in the work. And if it wasn't for TikTok, all of this wouldn't have been known. So TikTok, it's people on TikTok really do the most investigating. But yeah, that's the latest. That's the latest I found or I've heard of Lupita's case. The CIA uses psychics to find targets. Yeah, for sure. I do agree. I don't think they'll be using any of that here for this case, at least not that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure they use it for like high-end like surveillance and things like that for cases. But for something like this, I don't think they would use those type of resources for this one. Who knows? Hopefully they do. But I know there was a psychic on TikTok that mentioned that she was not in the water, that she was on land. So, but yeah, that's gonna wrap up the topic of Lupita Ontiveros. So very unfortunate. Luckily, they have the body now. At least it will provide some sort of closure to the mom. So I think that's the only positive side for all of this. Now, to begin on the other topics, or I don't know if you guys have any diebacks for this case before I move on to the next topic, but if you do, please do let me know if you guys have even heard of this case, or if you're watching this video after we went live, please let me know in the comment section, and then we'll take it from there. Something that I did wanted to talk about, like I said in the beginning of the stream, is that before I came on stream, I was watching the Super Bowl. Like I said before, this is only the only football game that I watch throughout the whole year. I'm not into really sports or anything like that. I'm mostly into just the UFC or boxing. Other than that, I don't really watch any other sports, but just wanted to watch the football game for the hype and for more than anything for the halftime show. I think in the halftime show, there's a lot of like theories that people start nitpicking. This one, when I was watching, I was trying to put a lot of attention, see if I saw any like symbolism here and there. I personally, just when I saw it live, I couldn't really do any takeaways. I did see, the only thing that I did see was that it was very cultural, and I feel like that's one of the main reasons why they had two halftime shows, right? I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but they had two halftime shows. One of the halftime shows, which was the one that was actually on the halftime Super Bowl, was of Bad Bunny. And then there was a separate halftime show where they had Kid Rock and all these other like country singers and rappers, I believe, just because they felt like Bad Bunny wasn't part of like representing America, right? So they wanted to showcase that America's halftime show was, I guess, better or just dedicated to true Americans, because like I said, the one of Bad Bunny was more to showcase all the different Latin American countries. I know he shouted out Puerto Rico, Mexico, so many different places, and people, I feel like at this time being, people needed that because of all the whole ICE incidents happening all over the world. Not all over the world, but all over the country, right? So much, devastation of people being separated from their parents, from their family. And I feel like this brought at least a little bit of, that we're still together. We're still showcasing support between one another. And I feel like that's one of the main reasons why they wanted to have a separate halftime show, not of only Bad Bunny. There was the only symbolism that I did see was when Bad Bunny gave, I think it was some sort of a Grammy award to a kid. It almost symbolized, to me at least, I need to go back and watch it again, but when Bad Bunny gave this Grammy award to this little kid with his family, for me that was kind of, not sure if he was trying to depict that was his younger self with his family watching a halftime Super Bowl show, and now he's actually doing it, or to bring inspiration to the younger generation, almost showcasing that, hey, you kid in your living room, you also can make it and be someone in this life, right? So for me, I think that was the most special moment out of the whole halftime show, aside from representing the Latin culture and all of that. But yeah, I think it was a very, very good performance. And then also, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was Ricky Martin there. And I think he said something along the lines that let's not let Puerto Rico happen, or let's not let Puerto Rico have the same case that happened with Hawaii. If you guys are not familiar, what happened with Hawaii was that there was the whole devastation of so many different property that got burned. Supposedly it was, people are speculating that it was the direct energy weapons, and they pretty much stole land from Hawaiians. So he's kind of saying that let's not have that happen to Puerto Rico, and let's not have our land being taken away, right? So that's something else I took away from that. There was some controversy. Apparently, the show stirred cultural and political debate, especially around the language. Okay, yeah, that was another thing too. It was all in Spanish. Bad Bunny's halftime show was all in Spanish, which is freaking. I find it very special that in probably the number one spectacle of the U.S. and probably the world, that the halftime show, which everybody pays attention to, was all in Spanish. So the show stirred cultural and political debate, especially around the language, identity, and representation, proving how influential halftime shows have become beyond music. So let me see what else. I did take some notes. With guys like Lady Gaga. So I didn't even see. Oh, okay, yeah, Lady Gaga was also there. Yeah, I think that's about it. Those are all my notes that I took from the halftime show. If you guys did see anything else for that, let me know. But I might have to go and watch it once again, just so I can go in detail and see what else I can find. But as for right there, I think as of now, I think those were the biggest takeaways that I got. But yeah, so super dope. I think it brought a lot of peace to a lot of people that have been going through it. I know I did for me that, you know what, at least we're represented there. I feel like also Bad Bunny kind of had to do it, right? If he was the one selected to be in the halftime show, I think he had the pressure to kind of show face for all of us that have been suffering through these times. But yeah, that's all I got for the Bad Bunny halftime show. And as you guys saw, Seahawks won the Super Bowl. But yeah, that's all I got for that. And then lastly, the Epstein files. When it comes down to the Epstein files, there's so much documents, there's so much nonsense going on. And when I say nonsense, it's all over the place. It's been redacted. So many different people of elites have been, put in this list. But the crazy thing that I didn't want to talk about the Epstein files is that a couple weeks ago, so many people were demanding the Epstein files. Everybody wanted like, hey, we need the files. Then Trump was saying that there was nothing to be looked at, right? That there was nobody there. He even said something along the lines that, oh, you guys are still asking about Epstein, or like this guy, like, oh, that's old news. There's nothing to be looked at, and so on and so forth. Turns out he was there in quite a bit of the files, right? Even though there was a lot of redactions and stuff. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about is just that, as you guys saw in the thumbnail, is that apparently all the different conspiracies that have been called conspiracies in the past, I feel like this past year and now beginning of this year, all these theories are becoming or coming out to light, and they're no longer conspiracy theories. They're more actual facts, right? And like we've always said in the past, reality is stranger than fiction, right? Because how are we going to be saying that the elites, the people that run the world, are doing all this freaking satanic rituals, hurting babies, doing wild, freaking insane things to kids, to babies, which a lot of people are saying they're trying to diminish it, and they're saying that younger individuals, no, these are kids we're talking about, right? But something that I've always said is, right, that even though they're giving us everything that we've been asking for, and everything that we've called a conspiracy theory, it's now fact, and now it's just like right there and then. So now that we know, is like, okay, so what now, right? So now that it's been like posted online, everybody knows this. Are people just going to be okay, so now we know we didn't do anything. So why were you even requesting these files in the first place? What is it that people were going to do with these files, right? Now everybody knows, and there was a post actually that I saw that got me intrigued, right? That it said it's like, okay, so now we know, and we're still going to be watching the Super Bowl like nothing ever happened, right? And unfortunately, me included, we did, right? We enjoyed the halftime show. We watched the Super Bowl. So what now? As long as people are divided, they're always going to win, right? They're always going to win. As long as they have people divided, there's no winning. And as of right now, it almost seems like they just can do anything. They literally put everything out in public's eyesight, and who knows what the end result is going to be. It almost seems like they're just putting everything out there just for everybody to see. And look, this post caught my attention a lot. Check this out. So Epstein wasn't the final boss. He wasn't even the kingpin. He was a secretary, a fixture, a doorman. There are many more islands and networks. Much remains veiled behind the matrix. You only see what they want you to see. He was exposed for a reason. Look deeper. This isn't over yet. So I really agree with this post, right? It almost seems like, okay, that was too easy. So what now, right? All these people that were part of Epstein's files and Epstein's island, it's not like they're going to stop doing what they've been doing for so many freaking years. They're just going to go to somewhere else, right? To continue doing what they do. One thing I've always said, and I know people are going to say this is all conspiracy and this is just like wacko, right? But I'm a strong believer that the people that run this world, they're not people, that they're lizard people. As weird as it sounds, right? But I wouldn't even be shocked that they even admit this at one point. And yeah, because I think a regular human being wouldn't even think of doing such horrible things. And I bet you if they were even put this, that like, yeah, we're not real people would just be like, oh, okay, and just go on with their days, right? I have another post that I want to see this, and I strongly agree with how this person was reacting, and unfortunately, it's not a lot of us acting this way. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, right here. So this next video is like, this is the type of way that everybody should be acting, but unfortunately people are posting him as if he's still crazy. Check this out.
All of y'all are acting normal. All of y'all are acting normal.
So he's saying all of you guys are acting normal.
You gotta catch your flights. You gotta go to work. The Epstein fucking files have been released, and all of y'all are acting normal. All of y'all.
And unfortunately, I'll go ahead and play it again. But unfortunately, the people that have always spoken out, that see things, that, you know, maybe they see something that it's unimaginable, right? They're called conspiracy theories. They're called crazy. It's always like, oh yes, está loquito. Like, this person is crazy. Don't mind him, right? But it's always now it almost seems like all those so-called quote unquote crazy people have been always right.
All of y'all are acting normal. All of y'all are acting normal. You gotta catch your flights. You gotta go to work. The Epstein fucking files have been released, and all of y'all are acting normal. All of y'all.
Exactly. Look at the comments. Only person who is behaving correctly. I think we found ourselves a leader. Yeah, true. Yeah. Mind you, this is appropriate reaction. Exactly. That's the thing. People should be out there freaking protesting this, right? But we're not. Nobody is. Why? Because we got bills to pay. We have to wake up early in the morning to go work. We have families to take care of. A lot of us can't afford to take time off to, go to work, take care of our family. We're just stuck in this, the rat race that doesn't allow us to be doing extra curriculum things, right? So I get it, right? But at least, and then look at everybody else, right? They're just looking at him crazy. They're just looking at him without like even giving him some props or like, hey, thank you for speaking out or anything like that. They're just looking at him like if he's just some insane person. It's very, very unfortunate, but everybody that was asking for these files to be released, now what? What's next? Right? I didn't want to go ahead dive too much into the files because there's so much out there, and I'm sure you guys probably have already heard it all over on social media, on the news, right? But now what? We know this information, so what's next, right? Everything, for some reason, everything is being put out to light, and I don't know, it almost seems like everything is being exposed now. I think just recently, a couple months ago, the government agreed that and confessed that there's aliens, which we already knew. Now this about like the leads being satanic and doing all these horrible things. Now we know everything is coming to light. It almost seems like we're getting, hopefully not, right? But it almost seems like we're getting close to a reset, or if everything is going to be falling apart. So when this hits the fan, better be ready too. Yeah, I agree. No me llegó la notificación. Yeah, bro, I made a mistake. I had it set up for 8 o'clock, and I had to reschedule it for 8:30. Then it went to private. It was a little bit all over the place. So yeah, I was just running late. It was my mom's birthday during the week. I was playing with my baby, but made it happen. But yeah, it's just I'm getting close to wrapping this episode up. But as you saw in the title, we talked about the Bad Bunny's halftime show. We also spoke on Lupita Ontiveros' case that we talked about last Sunday, that her body was found, and now speaking out on what should be next for these files, right? Did you see ICE agents being scammed out of bonuses? Oh, shoot. No, I didn't. That's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't even doubt it. Anything is possible now. That like now, nothing is like, I don't even question it anymore. Let me see if I can find that. ICE agents were scammed from bonuses. Let's see if I can find something. Based on reports as of early February 2026, new hires at U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE have expressed significant frustration, claiming they were misled or scammed regarding their promised signing bonuses, and in some cases failed to receive their pay or health insurance. These complaints stem from a rapid recruitment push, which brought in thousands of new agents, but resulted in reports of broken promises, including 5-figure bonuses that did not materialize. That's insane. Wow, that's wild. I mean, good, right? Good. Freaking people sold out, and a lot of people that were Mexican out there going after their own. Good. I'm glad they didn't get their freaking bonus. Happy birthday to her. Thank you, brother. Yep, I only saw it on Reddit. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. You know what? Let me see. I did have another note that before we close this out. This was insane. Watch. Hopefully I can find it. It was about a case of a teacher exposing let me see. I think it was a teacher exposing one of her students, and I think he was trying to call ICE on one of her students, which I think he was like in elementary or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, yeah, it's right here. So apparently there was a fake website to report illegals, and one of the teacher wanted to deport the parents of one of her students. Check it out.
Deport the parents and leave the child. I have my own hotline for reporting illegal immigrants, and people call it thinking that it's legitimate. I talked to a kindergarten teacher that wants to deport the parents of a kindergartner at her school. And it looks like they have a child who was born in New York, which makes them an American citizen.
Yeah.
So we're looking to deport the parents and leave the child.
Right. Like I said, I don't know if they're here illegally. I just think it's odd, you know? It's very odd.
What did you say was odd?
It's just odd for them to even be here. Like, I'm a teacher at a school. Okay, I know schools. I know the whole law about schools. I mean, they seem like nice people or whatever, but I looked them up in our files, and I was like, oh, she was born in Honduras, and he's born in El Salvador. So right there, it's like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path. You know,
That's freaking wild. She said, I think I'm on the right path. Like, people have lost the sense of humanity, right? Like, what does she mean I'm on the right path? That's insane. You're a teacher. Your job is to teach the next generation, and you shouldn't even be focusing on trying to separate a kid from their parents.
drop off their kid every day.
So their kid is their kid a student at your school?
Yes. Yes.
One of your
kindergarten.
Okay, so now you want to get his parents deported?
Well, I'm just saying that if they're taking up resources from our county,
Okay.
I'm not into illegal people being here.
I mean, if the son's in kindergarten, what, is 6 or 7,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Freaking
it's
insane.
private,
6 or
private.
7.
And it was born in New York, so that means, assumingly they've been in America for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go ahead and just remove them.
Are you like questioning that, or what do you know?
Yeah. Sorry, no, I'm just writing this down for my own
Okay.
personal notes, and my supervisor
Okay.
teaches at school, wants kindergarten child's parents
You
deported.
make it sound terrible. You make it.
Yeah, so she's like, you make it sound terrible. It is freaking terrible, man. Like, how are you going to want to freaking separate kids from their parents?
Sound like it's terrible, but
Oh, well, I'm just writing down what you're
Yeah.
telling me.
okay. Well, yeah, okay.
Sounds terrible. Let's see, I can write that down too, I guess. And that's Hispanic in an area where you wouldn't.
It sounds terrible, but yeah, she's still proceeding to do that, right?
Normally see Hispanics. Okay.
Right, like people that are born in another country.
It's crazy. I see your comment 6, 7.
Yeah, because you normally see those people where?
Like in the cities.
Got it. Okay. Hispanics out of place, now in country, not where they belong in city. So we...
Okay, before we get into the second call, because I'm not sure, I don't know if I missed it, right? But she was complaining that she didn't like this person's attitude, and I think she was requesting for supervisor, and I don't know if we've gotten to that point yet.
We're able to confirm that they are documented citizens along with their child.
Oh, good.
So yeah, it's good because we don't have to deport a 6-year-old. And yeah, I mean, you know, that little fella could have been a threat to our national security.
Why are you talking to me like this?
Say again?
Why do you talk to me like this?
I'm sorry, what are you referring to?
Like you're like sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just thought that maybe you'd be okay and just happy that the people that you reported were actually here legally and that they belong. Just like you and me.
Exactly, just like you and me.
Did I talk to your supervisor? You said you had a supervisor.
Yeah, I just thought you were...
You know what? That's freaking insane right there, right? After she still found out that they were there legally, she still didn't like that. She didn't like the tone of this person's voice, and she still requested to talk to the supervisor. Like, lady, like, man, yeah.
Gonna be happy.
Yeah, I am happy, but I'm not happy with your attitude. You just said to me, the 6-year-old won't be a threat to national security.
Yeah.
That's sarcastic.
I would think that the people that were deporting, especially 6-year-olds, that there would be a good reason for it.
I was talking about the people who I thought they're illegal because they were born in a different country. I can't help that they have a 6-year-old. That's on them.
You know what we'll do? I'll get in touch with the supervisor. I send him a text. When he gets back to me, I'll see if he can follow up with you and this.
And what is his name?
His name is Brian. But yeah, thought you'd be happy to know that they're documented, but we'll have the follow-up.
I am happy. I'm super happy. I'm glad.
Yeah, she doesn't sound happy at all.
You know, that's wonderful.
Well, it's good. You know, the 6-year-old can stay in the school, and, you know, I know it's tough looking at him. And but yeah, we'll get on my supervisor. Just he can give you a call back in a little bit. My understudy here said you were having...
It's crazy. It's literally the same guy. And she proceeds to talk to him.
Some issues with him about some out-of-place Hispanics?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
You sound exactly like Greg. Okay. I just didn't like his attitude.
I really do apologize for that. Looks like Brian said we did confirm the document status of these individuals. And we're happy we were able to do that for you despite the sarcasm and the things that you're complaining about.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that they're fine folks and belong here and all that good stuff. But he was criticizing me because there was a 6-year-old boy involved. You know what I mean? But he's acting like I'm this terrible person because I'm going to deport a 6-year-old.
She still doesn't freaking get it. Yeah, I see your comment here, idiotic Karen. What the heck? Oh man, she's still complaining because of the other person's attitude. Supposedly, woman, you really wanted to separate this family.
And in fact, he goes today. He goes, because a 6-year-old would be a threat to national security.
Yeah, let me go ahead and check out the comments. I love how he reads back to her, basically that she's telling him and she's offended somehow. You're making it sound terrible. Yeah, it is freaking terrible. Yeah, too dumb to realize she's evil, too evil to realize she's dumb. You make it sound terrible. Yeah, she's angry because she unintentionally sort of just made her hear herself and it rubbed her ego the wrong way. Please report this woman to her local school board immediately. She's mean to that kid when no one is watching. Yeah, I wouldn't even freaking doubt it, man. That's insane, man. Yeah, it's freaking wild to me that people have this type of mentality. Ultimately, people are losing the sense of humanity. They're seeing everything that's happening out in the media and the news and social media with ICE agents, people being split apart. And yet again, she still wants to be active with doing the same exact thing. And when she got told that they were actually documented, you can tell that she was not happy at all. Freaking wild. Yeah. Yeah, I do see your comment also, Mr. Donnie, man. I think she called a fake hotline. I think it was in New York. Yeah, it was the fake hotline. And yeah, I feel like it was in New York from what they were stating. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's live. Let me know if you guys have any diebacks before I end this live. And also, for sure, another live stream on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday. Hopefully there's more updates to this Lupita Ontiveros case. But I do it since I'm going to be doing more live streams. Eventually, the goal is to be live streaming 1 or 2 days out of the week. Maybe maybe Monday, Wednesday, and doing a Sunday. That's my near future goal. I do plan on doing more live streams more than podcasts, unless I have a good guest or topic that I want to have somebody here with me sitting down and discussing a topic in specific. I believe Thursday I am going to be doing a live stream. I'm helping out some neighbors. That there's some, I think there's an issue with homeless, that they want to create an encampment here nearby. And my neighbors kind of asked me to help them out to do a live stream and post some content over it. So that's going to be taking place on Thursday, I believe. So nothing. Maybe I'll end the episode with them, and then maybe I'll do my own little thing after I'm done with them. That way I can take advantage of me just being live already. But other than that, man, I want to say thank you to everybody that showed up. Unfortunately, I can only call out the people that leave comments. Shout out to Seb. Shout out to Mr. Dondyman. Shout out to Mr. Julie Cakes. I saw you in the comments. Mr. Clave Secreta. I saw you there. Anybody else that watch and don't leave comments, I appreciate you guys for taking the time. I was a little bit all over the place in the beginning, but we got it done. And this is going to be live number 31. Like I've stated before, this is only the beginning, only 31 lives. There's still a lot more learning to do. I did get a W from Mr. Sev. Thank you, brother. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thank you for being part of this conversation in this live stream. So thank you once again, man. It never goes unnoticed. So thank you once again. If there's no more diebacks, we're gonna call it a night. I do need to, right after this, I'm gonna take all my transcript, post it on ChatGPT, and make clips out of this. And yeah, thank you for everything. This means a lot. Thank you for being part of the initial states of Nomás Podcast Live. Once again, my name is Angel. Like I stated, this is the number in case if you guys want to leave a voice message, drop a video, whatever you guys want, it's there. All right, till next time.